Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I have a little unboxing, I guess you could call it, but basically I have just received a small order that I placed with Vanness pens for some inks. I'm always scrolling through their website and looking for things that I need, you know how that goes, or I've heard about an ink and I want to research it. I oftentimes go to their descriptions of inks to see if it's a wet flow, dry flow, average flow, what characteristics the inks have, and so forth. Upon doing that, I saw this Van Diemen's ink. It was on clearance, and that might be why I was a little bit more drawn to try it, but this bottle was reduced to $7, so I liked the description and I thought it would be worth a try. This is part of the Tasmanian series, and this is supposed to be a cool tone gray with a blue undertone, it says, and low shading and a slightly wet flow. Wet flow inks are my favorite. As far as the flow aspect goes, I think shading is one of probably my favorite, next to, well, shading and then shimmer. And so let's give it a little shake, and I'll just do a quick little Q-tip swatch and maybe come back later and write with it or show you after I've written with it. I have a gray that I love. It is the Gris Orage by J. Herbin, and that one is just perfect, but I am always curious to try other grays because I think I would like to find one, as much as I love that shimmer, maybe just a good solid gray that doesn't have a shimmer for more of a neutral color. Sometimes you just want something a little more calm. It seems like it has this nice little purple reflectiveness to it. Kind of reminds me what I'm seeing there of the Iroshizuku Takisumi, but this is definitely drying different than Takisumi. And this ink is Cradle Mountain Gray, 30mm bottle, and it's after a place in Tasmania. It said that it was like as this mountain reflects in the water there. So subtle hints of umber and mottled green is the description given. I like that. You know, it's so hard to show through a camera, but I'm very intrigued. I'm eager to try that in a pen and see how it actually, you know, flows, because the swatches always look amazing. And as we have said, you just don't get quite the same element or same aspects when you're actually writing with it. The other one is another one of the Tasmanian ones. This is Tasmanian Saffron. And let's see, I took a couple notes down so I could talk about it a little bit intelligently. From the Harvest series. So not the Tasmania series, but the Harvest series. And this series was like number 6 of their various ones, and it's supposed to kind of represent the burst of color growing abundantly in Tasmania. And they pointed out like the produce and the things you might see at a farmer's market. We'll just do it this way. The name saffron to me evokes more of a yellowish color, so I was intrigued by this. I do have a little bit of actual saffron in my pantry that somebody brought me from Nepal, and it does seem to have a little bit of this look to it. I should probably show that just for fun, shouldn't I? But I liked that this was a kind of red, but not just a bright, bold red. It is bright and it's beautiful, but it's a little more calm somehow. This is the saffron I was telling you about just a minute ago. Got something on my hands. So, I mean, this is brighter, and this is a dried form, so who knows when it's fresh. Maybe it looks like that. And then there are like the bright yellow pieces mixed in there, and I think when this is in like rice or a soup or something, it tends to make it more of a golden yellow, and I'm also guessing that's why TWSBI named their recent golden yellow release saffron. Okay, and then the other ones that caught my eye, there's a whole new series called the Feline series. So I ordered Cheetah Chase and Emerald Eyes. The bottle of this one, I just wanted to buy the bottle, but I thought, okay, try it first. Just imagine like a cat's face there, like a domestic cat with big emerald green eyes. And then the cheetah bottle has a close-up illustration of a cheetah. And the descriptions also appeal to me. So this one is a shimmering ink, and it's got like a light green shimmer to it. So I guess a more deeper tone green and then a lighter shimmer on it. Maybe, well, if I flip it real quick, you can see the shimmer there. It just looks so pretty. I loved how the swatch looked. The green in it seemed really like an emerald, a very rich jewel tone type of green. So, and I do like cats. When I was growing up, we always had a cat. Actually, the same cat for a number of years named Fluffy. So, even though I wasn't that keen on them when I was little, now I would like to have a cat, but I have people in my family allergic, so I buy bottles of inks with cats instead. Isn't that pretty? That is a really nice green. That makes me think of some colors you could use for Christmas too, that are in the green and red families, but just maybe a little bit more of a pop to them. I can see the shimmer start to show up on this. That's very pretty. I could see writing with that and liking it for a while, liking that tone of green. It's interesting. It appeals to the eye, but it's not grating on the nerves there. That's my way of looking at it. I'm shaking this. I don't know if this has a shimmer. Let's see, what did I write down? It's a deep terracotta color and reminiscent, it says, of the African plains. And then, oh yes, it did say it has a captivating shimmer that goes from rose to gold to green, basically kind of in the blink of an eye, it says. So maybe just kind of how you look at it. Oh my goodness. Wow. Just seeing that lay down on the paper is amazing. This is Regalia, by the way. I do go back and try my inks, typically on other papers too, Cosmo Air Light, sometimes Sands and Tomoe River, and sometimes a Roful. That just shows up right away. That is super pretty. Both of these inks, they are saying are good for fountain pens or like calligraphy pens, brush pens, and they recommend you use a broad or a stub or a wet writer for these shimmer ones. And yeah, these are all Van Diemen's. That is really striking. This one is too. It's a little more of a gentle contrast, but very, very nice. You can see a little pooling there and here where the shimmer is a little more pronounced. And I like these too. They're very nice. The purple undertone there as it dries is coming out. Maybe hard to see through here. But again, it's a nice, serene color, but deep enough that it will show up on your page. There were several other ones in this category. There was the Persian, there was catnip. I don't remember many of them offhand, not that one, but of these feline ones. But you can go to the Vanness website and find all of them. and maybe you want to get a bottle. I think I will try writing with these and come back and show you once I've done that. All right, here we are. Let's take a look at the writing samples that go with the swatches. This is done with my dip pen, my glass nib one in this case. So that's just looking dark gray, like a red, softer kind of red. And then both of these have a really nice amount of shimmer in the actual writing. This one really shines, I guess you could say, or really sparkles. I went ahead and did a swatch card from the coloring, and I find it very interesting how different those two colors are from this paper to this paper. It's a gray with purple, and here it looks like a deep grade green, maybe. Very, very different. I would never have guessed those to be the same. This is what the chromatography looks like. I mean, isn't that odd? I would not have placed that with that. Maybe this, yes, after doing this for a while, but never with that. And then here's the Tasmanian Saffron, which is looking much more orange. Kind of like my recent Crawdaddy from the St. Louis Pen Show, or maybe even like habanero without the shading aspect. Of course, I got messy and stuck my finger in it. It almost seems more pink leaning next to this. And let me find the card, or the chromatography is this. So there is a lot of pink in there. The swatch cards aren't showing that. And then the Van Diemen's Feline series, the Emerald Eyes, pretty similar, just maybe a tad more green feeling here, and maybe here more what I would say like mint, like spearmint. If spearmint had a color, maybe it does, and I just don't know. This is the swatch for that, or the chromatography. It's so cute. It's got this little ring of shimmer there. The Cheetah Chase, the writing here with the dip pen is really showing the shimmer in person. Also up here, I like that a lot. That's really fun. It seems like a fun thing for holidays. I mean, writing in your journal, whatever, anytime, but I just think that that sparkle adds a festive touch. And here is the chromatography for that, which is also interesting. Quite a bit of a deep, maybe a rose color, and then this looks like rose gold here, deep yellow, and some more vibrant blue tones at the top. So that is that. I really need to write with these. See, I'm the type, like, I do this and I'm like, oh, I love that, and I need to get a bottle before it's gone. Well, sometimes I've done that and then I'm like, oh, I don't really like it after all. So I do need to try these out in a regular fountain pen before purchasing, but off the top of my head, I would probably go with one of these. And well, I will stop this now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.